What's up, this is Attila and welcome to Flow of Attila, the 7th one. And again, I wanted to thank you for all the questions that you guys have been asking to me. I really enjoy answering these. I'm gonna try something little new today. There's a little lesson today at the end of the video. I do PanterA Riff of the Weeks, and of course I'm gonna do Ask Me Anything. In this series I'm gonna be answering to your beautiful questions. Just like in my last Flow of Attila, I decided that I'm gonna be reading your questions in Hungarian. So the first would be from Igor the Thrasher. Ugyanerre gondoltam én is annó. Úgy értem, hogy a francba sikerült egyáltalán ezt az őrületet kihúznia? Attila, az lenne a kérdésem, mennyi ideje gitároztál ekkor? This question refers to the Flow of Attila video in which I was talking about how I ended up playing with Nevermore, which is my second favorite band ever. He wants to know how I got there, which was totally crazy, I know. That's a long story. I will make a full-on episode on that. Yeah, it's a crazy one. So how long I was playing at the time? Since I was around 15 when I started to play guitar. When I recorded the audition videos, I'd already been playing for about 8 years. Something like that. From ABBA SG-D1W. Elképesztő, ahogyan a szólót helyben megtanultad, teljesen vadállat vagy. Mindig elképesztő téged a gitárra játszani, nézni és hallgatni. Annyira sok attitűd van ebben a szólóban, azt kell mondjam, hogy őrülten sok. Minden egyes alkalommal, amikor hallom, libabőrös leszek. Mellesleg mindig is tudni szerettem volna, hogyan lehetnek ennyire lazák a húrjaid a Washburn gitárjaidon. Elmebeteg módjára nyújtod őket. Ez a húrvastagságon, hangoláson, nyaki menzúrán múlik. Próbáltam én is nyújtani, de olybá tűnik, az ujjaim nem elég erősek, vagy ki tudja. It's a multi-component thing when it comes to how hard it is to bend the guitar, other than practicing and learning and strengthening to your fingers. At the end of the day, I think it's one of the most important components, is like, you know, how strong your fingers are, your grip is. The good news is that it is something that you can work on, although I would highly recommend not to over practice this all at once. This is something that you can easily hurt yourself with. So just make sure that you do not over practice it. When I started to really dig into the phrasing part of the guitar playing, which includes bending, because of dimebag mainly, I wanted to play like him, I wanted to emulate him. I was very sensitive on the sound and the nuances of his bendings and his playing, so I wanted to learn what he was doing and what I heard in my ears. I did a lot of the bendings and the vibratos. It was a crucial part of my playing and my learning. That, of course, over the years added up and helped me developing a certain amount of strength when it comes to the fingers. Doing it constantly or systematically, that helps. And the other components that you lined up and which I would add some more to, of course, the tuning and the string gauge, I think they matter the most. I mean, if you have even a heavier gauge, but you tune it down super low, they can still be floppy and easier to bend. Maybe the second biggest component, how flexible the neck is, what kind of material the neck is made out of. Because if it's a softer wood like mahogany, it's more flexible. You can actually bend the neck of the guitar. Also the structure of the neck, like, you know, if there's a carbon fiber reinforcement in the neck, then it means that it's more stiff, which means that it's harder to bend that piece of wood, which makes it harder to bend the strings also. Finally, I think another component would be how you set up the guitar. If the action is higher, it's easier to grab the strings and bend them. I always used to like not the super low actions on the high side, but maybe a little higher, not too high, but not too low. On the lower side of the strings, I always loved higher actions, so I can really grab it and do crazy pinched harmonics for riffs. This answer got very long. Hope not too boring. Yeah, let's move on. So the next question from In Extreme is 2473. Megmutatnád a gitárgyűjteményedet? Léci! Okay, how about this? I'm gonna show my guitars one by one. The collection is, I mean, it's not big, but I got a few guitars and I don't keep all them here. Today, I'm gonna show you my Culprit, which is here. Yes. OMG. Yeah, this is a beauty. No plate, because yeah, I just keep setting it up. Yeah, I mean, it's not in a mint and flawless condition. There's some dings. Overall, compared to how much I used this guitar and how much it traveled with me, it's actually in relatively good shape. But some stuff like, I don't know the name of the part. At one point we needed to change this, and the luthier guy had an extra piece of gold, so we put that one there. At the moment I don't have this arm here, it's somewhere else, I don't know. If I use a guitar and tour with it, for me it's not only sentimental, it is sentimental, but it's also like it's a tool for me that I use. Kinda, I don't know, so does it sound bad? The first time when I ever heard about or saw a Culprit was when somebody uploaded the Ozfest video in which PanterA plays Primal Concrete Sledge, and that's why I first saw Dime using that weird beer bottle opener explorer kind of shape guitar. I was just in awe. Always loved the Culprit. I really loved the hockey stick head. Oh my god, that's so cool. So then I think it was 2005. I was in the States with my dad, and we were in Las Vegas, in a big guitar or music store. And when we entered that music store, a Culprit was one of the first guitars that I saw that I was like, oh my god, I want that guitar. But it took me, I don't know how many years, so it was 2005. I think I got this guitar somewhere around 2006. So I had this guitar ever since, almost 20 years now. I used this guitar for the World in solo tour. I also toured with this with Sanctuary and all over in Hungary and neighbor countries with my PanterA tribute band. So it saw some road trips for sure. And what I did to this guitar to tweak it a little bit, of course I changed the pickups. I wanted to have the same like Dime had. So it has a B. Lawrence L500 XL, I guess. I don't know which one exactly. And the Seymour Duncan 59 in the neck. But this the chrome version. And also I had a friend at the time who helped me make this steel plate, a real plate. It's not a plastic. I have one here, it's done by the same guy. Changed one of the keys because it got broken. Again, we switched it to one that the luthier guy had at the time. So little things like that. I know it's a shame on me, but yeah, this is an amazing guitar. I guess let's just plug it in. Oh, yeah. I need a pick. Going back to the previous question, all my Washburn guitars have different necks and different feel when it comes to the bendings. For example, this one has more of a rounded neck, slightly V maybe, but it's more of a C-shaped neck. It's not super thick, but it's not thin at all. Also stiffer, the gloss finish on it, which makes it more stiff. I don't know. This one is a little harder to bend. It has now 9 to 46 gauge strings. But you know what? How about learning a cool live dime trick? A little trick that Dime used to do a lot in the solo of This Love. It's a pretty cool one, and it's much harder than it looks. Now I'm tuned to 425 standard E, the weird PanterA tuning. I talk about this in the video where I talk about all the PanterA tunings from the Cowboys to the Reinventing the Steel album, which you can check out here. We're gonna bend up the B15 a whole note, and I use the middle finger for that. And then with the pinky I go to the 17, and then go back to that already bent up 15, B15. And then go up with the pinky to the 18, back to the 15, and then 17 again, E, and then B15, which I then release. Also, the beginning, there was a little extra like pre-bend and then a bend up, so. And then sort of it's a triplet feel, but with Dime's feel, which is super cool. The picking is down on the B strings and up on the E strings. It's a little detail, but it matters. The way I would approach this is first, of course, you'd have to be very comfortable with the bend up. And you can try with the ring finger also, which is easier, but then it would be harder to use the pinky there. At least for me it is harder, so I used the middle finger, but you can try with the ring finger as well. Either way, just get comfortable with that whole note bend. And maybe first just add the 17th. It's also a cool thing. And then do over, but maybe with the 18 now. And then you can do the two together. Let's try to play together with the master himself. He's the best! I made a tab for this one, would probably make it easier to practice. And to all my lessons that you can find on my channel, I made tabs and they are available only on my Patreon site. So if you want to get those tabs, or just want to support me, you can do that by checking out my Patreon site and sign up for something and support me. I would appreciate it. Let's move on now. Not too long ago, I got a little something from the beautiful Sweden of Europa. It's a great piece of unit, so I look forward to hear what you think about it. Let's see what that might be. I've never really done test videos like this. This might look like a very silly setup, which it kind of is. The signal chain looks the following: the Chug tuner. Afterwards there's the Zool noise gate, which might be needed. And at the end of the chain there's this old power state. It's a Hungarian brand. It's a 10-watt solid state combo. Only has a treble and a bass and the volume knob. There's two modes, a distorted and a clean mode. This is the clean channel. We're not gonna deal with this today. Without any of the pedals engaged, this is the distortion that it has in itself. The noise comes from some powering issues, which I have to figure it out. Not as much gain as you would hope for. Today I'm not going into too much depth and detail on what this unit can do. There's proper videos on that online. I just want to explore a little bit of the booster that it has. I set it up to 12 o'clock. So without the boost, it sounds like this. And now let's engage the boost. 12 o'clock again. Let's add some. Wow, that's pretty good. Dial back a little bit. Wow. Maybe it's a little too much. With the booster, there's two other options. I guess adding some frequencies around 720. Let's see how that sounds. I'm gonna go from off to 720. needs a little bit of noise gate. I guess it's more of a modern gent sound, gives a lot of attack and makes it very percussive and fast. I don't know how it will sound with the microphone. In the mix it would probably sit much better like that. Wow, I mean, full on with the 720, started to like it. I can totally see this work with a rectifier kind of amp, which doesn't have that much of an attack. This would definitely push it. Now let's see, going back to 12 o'clock, to 1K. Ah. I kind of prefer the 720. Has a little more depth and low end, but still very articulate and just cutting edge. Okie dokie, let's go back to off and maybe here around 2 o'clock. Yes, so much more low ends. I don't know. Let's try 7.2 with some additional bass. Wow, 1K. Wow, a quick little run for today. Bye. Okay. Now, I don't know how much of an interest this would be to you, but as you can see, there's a desk which I made a couple days ago, and I kind of recorded the process, and I figured that I would share it with you. Hope that you don't mind. I think it was fun. Something I've been meaning to do is to pimp up the view here. This part has always been annoying me because it looks really bad with that heater. It's just too plain white. So I wanted to put something there. I was thinking that I will build a table, something like that, so that I can decorate and put some stuff on, or even work there, playing from here and just have this beautiful view. It's just amazing. So nice. Follow me in this journey. These are the pieces to put together. Let's do this. Quick update. Let's see how it looks now. Yes, nice. Yes. Now the next step would be to put that part of the couch over there so that there's space for the table. Let's do this. Okay, couch is ready. Now let's put together the table. Okie dokie, so table is ready. It's a really fun amp, little pedal board. I mean, I'm not an engineer by any means. nor a carpenter. The reason why I wanted to put this together is because I'm making a really fun video, which I'm gonna publish very soon, early December. And I just wanted to update the background and the visuals for my recordings step by step. Well, thank you very much. This was it for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's flow of Attila. If you got any questions for the next AMA, just don't forget to put them in the comment section down below. Also, as I said a few times before, I got a Patreon site, so in case if you wanna support me to grow this channel and or get the tabs for my lessons, you can do that by becoming a Patreon, which you can find a link down in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you wanna get notified on future videos. This was it for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's flow of Attila, and I'll see you soon. Have a fun day. Ciao.